Members of the board. From Boardroom Productions, it's Boardroom Banter.
Get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hearing that sound.
Featuring your chairman of the board, David.
What is happening, everybody?
Chief Mayhem Officer, Derek.
Yo, 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 what is up?
And myself, Greg, your Chief of Obscurity. The following content is explicit. Discretion is advised.
Welcome, everybody, to Boardroom Banter. My name is David. To my left is Derek.
What is up?
And to my right, yet again, for another week, is Greg.
That's me.
That is him. Hey, wanted to welcome everybody back to the normal scheduled program. Hope you all enjoyed one from the vault last week for Thanksgiving holiday. Hope it was a great one for you. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever it is on whatever platform you are finding us on. But hopefully y'all had a good one. We're here to start your weekend the right way. Don't know how it was for y'all, but I had a pretty good one.
Thank you to our 4 listeners last week. Thank you.
Boy, it
4?
was...
I don't know.
I think
was just
we had like
making
14.
Did we?
You know.
These numbers need to go up.
In time, young battle.
What do we got to do?
In time.
Yeah.
I'll do a lot of shit for $100, so I'm just saying.
Derek will do a lot for a Klondike bar.
I mean, I don't even know what a Klondike bar really tastes like, but I do a lot for one.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what the commercials were made from, was you.
Isn't it just a fucking glorified ice cream sandwich?
Basically.
There's a little pepperminty flavor
Yeah.
to it.
I fucking hate peppermint, so I wouldn't do anything for a Klondike bar.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, not a big fan either.
Yeah, it's
I
not
like
my-
peppermint candies, but not like peppermint ice cream, peppermint mocha coffee.
I'm not even into peppermint candy. Like, it's
I like the
disgusting.
I like
People who like mint chocolate chip
Yeah.
are
I mean, Andy's mints is pretty
disgusting
good.
individuals.
Andy's mints are okay.
No.
Like with the little green in between that you get at a
Yeah.
restaurant when you go, and it's like the little mint, the breath mint.
Yeah, I like one of those. But yeah, I'm not like the mint chocolate chip ice cream and stuff. I'm good.
You know what I'm thankful for?
What's that?
Pumpkin spice season is fucking hopefully over.
Nope.
It's no longer Thanksgiving. What?
Nope.
That goes on?
No, it goes all the way through winter.
From the first leaf dropping to the first bloom in the spring.
But
Yeah.
people
Pumpkin
don't, they're not
spice.
as hyped up about it though anymore, I don't
Well,
think.
no,
Like,
they're hyped up because they know it's time, but it's there the whole time. But, everyone, it's like fucking, preseason football's over. It's fucking kickoff. Like, it's like that. But then as the season goes on, it's there.
I guess I
Like,
feel like that for some eggnog,
some good eggnog.
especially with some whiskey in there.
You know,
I can go with that.
he who controls the spice controls the universe.
Oh. I think I know that quote from somewhere.
Come on.
I know that quote is from
The man who married the
No,
Spice
it's from
Girls.
Dune, bro. Jesus.
My wife and her sisters all loved the Spice Girls when they were like preteens and stuff in that era.
Posh.
I loved
yeah.
them all
It was
too.
all about posh.
They were all very spicy.
Yes, they're nice.
Very nice.
I like.
In my country,
Yeah.
I do hold podcasts like this.
No,
so
please.
what'd you guys think? You came walking into my house tonight. No fucking wife, no kid. It was.
I was honestly concerned for my well-being.
Yeah. At least it was kind of clean in here.
I just want you to
It-
know
it
if
does
I
look good.
If I saw duct tape or a shovel or a tarp anywhere, I was leaving.
There was only one concern that we had.
What was that?
So
That I was going to look more disheveled than I already do when I'm at home.
No, we needed to free up some space on the SD card. So we
Yeah.
thought that maybe logging on could have been nothing but nonstop porn since your wife's gone.
Oh,
I was afraid to open
It
the laptop.
could, it could go either way.
Yeah.
that laptop's clean, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Very
gotta-
clean.
That's why you have the extra phone. It's not only for your fucking cryptocurrency. That's the porn phone, isn't it? You've unlocked another universe, bro. Do you
You've
get a
spoken too much already.
I got a porn burner, bro.
dude? I was just gonna say that.
Oh boy.
Hey,
The conspiracies will run wild.
Why not?
Everybody thinks you're a drug dealer. It's like, nah, I just got to go to the bathroom for a minute.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
It's
I'll be
just a
back.
swollen prostate. I got to pee a lot.
Hey, they say if you nut like 7 times a month, it reduces your chances of prostate cancer. Just
I
saying.
mean, that happens to me in a
Whoa.
week, so I got no problem.
I think men's sexual health is important too, David.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You know,
My body, my choice.
Yeah, I've heard that saying too. I don't know where I've heard it from, but I've heard it from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking I made something up, but nope, I didn't.
No, I think I heard it on the internet somewhere.
On the webs.
Somewhere on the interwebs.
Where you
I think that has to do with abortions, smortions,
Ooh.
Yeah.
smortions clinics.
Yeah.
S'mores?
Smishmortions.
No.
Not a s'more?
Not a
No.
s'mores.
Oh, not a s'more.
It probably melts like one.
Probably, actually.
It has a lot of cream filling coming out.
I would imagine so.
Oh, man.
Just keep it away
Matt.
from Christopher Reeves on South Park. I know. I'm terrible. I'm going to hell for that.
Man, Christopher Reeves, that would fucking suck.
Well,
You're fucking Superman, then you're in a wheelchair.
Riding
Yeah.
a horse, all because of a fucking
A
horse.
fucking horse.
A
yeah,
fucking horse.
Just to be clear about that wasn't a Christopher Reeves joke. That was a South Park joke.
Yeah, for the ill-informed.
Yeah.
Very ill-informed.
I'm not making
Yeah,
fun
that's
of
me.
Christopher
That's me.
Reeves or other abled people or whatever you want to call it.
fucking ableist.
Maybe that's why I never liked Superman. Like, maybe that's why I was never a DC fan, because when I was
Horses.
growing up, I was like, Superman ended up in a fucking wheelchair, bro.
Yeah, horses are his kryptonite, bro. Did you know that?
Apparently,
Earth horses are Superman's kryptonite.
They shit kryptonite.
You know, Lex Luthor, he couldn't find kryptonite on
Do you think
Earth.
the horse slid its balls
So-
across his face after he did that?
Oh,
I mean, probably straight teabagged him.
mean,
it's
like
very
he just beat
possible.
him in Halo.
yeah, it's very possible.
Well, let me
Poor
ask
guy.
you this. What would you do if you were out on vacation with the family and you were given the key card to your hotel room and you open it up and there's old man Winter 2 days dead on the bed?
How the fuck did he get in my room in the first place?
Yeah, who's Old Man Winter?
Yeah.
The guy who
Like, I wanna know-
the
I'm
guy
not
who
bringing no-
previously rented the room and
Was
died
this
there.
some guy trying to do like the naked man at my hotel room because he
No.
saw my wife somewhere?
Does he have sunglasses
I
on?
don't know. I hope so.
Oh, man. Is he on the shitter?
Is it like Weekend
Where's
at
he
Bernie's?
at in the room?
Is he still in a tracksuit? Like,
Like he's just like on the bed, like rigor mortis.
Was he jerking off?
I mean, there's a good possibility.
Oh, man, I would fucking take pictures with him.
I guess the better question is
I mean-
how much of his body endures the rigor mortis?
All of it.
you'd actually be surprised what doesn't.
All
what
of it?
doesn't.
Yeah.
Well,
the penis does, doesn't it?
Me being me, from what I've experienced in my life, be like, oh fuck, what the fuck, the fucking dude on the bed. Okay, well,
How many dead man's pants have you taken off to see if they had a boner?
nope, you don't do that.
You
But-
just see it.
Oh,
seen
boy.
seen my fair share, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know, just open the door. I'd see Old Man Winters there, and calmly turn around, and walk to the desk. You're like, hey, you guys didn't clean my room.
You would calmly walk to the desk. I'd be getting a fucking refund on the whole motherfucking trip, bro.
I'd be getting
like-
free rooms for
Oh,
life.
I would pass out.
My room's not clean. Can you guys go take care of that for me, please?
Can I
That's
get
it.
Can I get turned down
That's it.
service?
Pretty
That's
much.
it?
Yeah, because once they go in there and they see what happens, I'm getting comped anyway.
Oh, dude, you'd claim
I'm getting comped.
PTSD, fucking other issues, mentally scarred.
Me?
Not you. They don't fucking know you when you're
Yeah.
at this resort. So you fucking play the part, buddy.
Oh, I'm not playing a part. I'm
Oh.
just like, hey, there's fucking... My room's not clean. Like, you guys... I'm supposed to check in right now.
I'd be like, do you
and
see how
my room's
big
dirty
that
as shit?
dude's penis is? I'm fucking mentally scarred the rest of my life. I need compensation now.
I mean, I guess
You'd
if it's
call
like...
JG Wentworth.
J.G. Wentworth.
I guess it's like if it's your first time walking in on something. Sure. Like, I get that. But
Yeah, I haven't seen too many erect guys in my life.
I'm telling you, by that time, if they're riggered, there ain't no erection.
No.
No, it ain't happening.
That's what
That's
Italia. How
surprising.
many erect penises have you seen in your life?
Because if he's erect, then it was very fresh. Just saying. Very fresh.
I would walk up to the desk.
Very
and
fresh.
I'd walk up to the desk, and the first thing I would do is... The next thing I would do is say, shitter's full.
And then I would most likely offer the person there a refreshing boardroom banter L.
Oh,
I mean, you would need one at
I would
that
imagine
point.
you would have some on you if you're on
Yeah.
vacation.
You would have to.
Yeah.
You'd probably have one in your hand when you figured this out.
I definitely would, actually.
And maybe we'd pour it on his lips, not your lips. You would never get a taste, but I would give the dead man a taste.
I'd
a little-
pour a drink out for the
Give a little for the homie.
Yeah,
Yep.
You know?
exactly. I guess to be honest with you, I don't even know what I would do. It wouldn't be my first time seeing a deceased person, but
Yeah, like to me, that's just
in the moment. That's like, you know.
I mean, it would at first, like knowing that I'm checking into my room and there happens to be a dead dude on the. Okay, I'm gonna be like, oh, what the.
It depends.
But at the end of the day, I've seen it too much in my life already to where okay, cool. Like
for me, there's
y'all
so
didn't clean
much
my fucking
more
room.
that enters this conversation. Is he naked? Is he clothed? Is he
if he's on the
Caucasian?
bed,
Is he
knows?
not? Is he hairy? Is he, like this? That's a lot of mental scarring.
I've seen a lot of them, so they all it's just one. It blends after a while. It sounds kind of dark to say it that way, but yeah,
Yep.
seen my fair share.
Of wieners.
Just you name
Wieners.
it. Hey, even old fucking dead ladies, man.
Did you ever see any boobs you wanted to see though?
Dead
No.
ladies with wieners?
No, that was
No.
never a thing, right?
No.
It's not like, oh, I want to see those boobs. They're all boobs you didn't want to see.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
100%.
Never ever.
Just left you scarred.
I mean, yeah, maybe like the first time or two, you're like, ugh, ugh. But then after that, it's just another fucking day. Like, let's get this going. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
And there's boobs.
Yeah.
In all my time in the bar biz, I did walk up on a few people doing it in cars.
See?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, hey,
Like, oh.
hope you're wearing protection. Have a good
Yeah.
one.
I think
Probably be like that police officer that was frisking that guy on that YouTube video and was like, what's this? And the guy's like, my penis. He's like, oh, that's your penis. And then he just keeps moving on.
Exactly.
Like
man.
it was like, a lighter.
I
in
guarantee
his
you, it's
pocket
probably
or
happened to
something.
that guy
Yeah.
at least once or twice, at least in his career.
Bro,
even more.
that thing was like a double stacked monster can. Are you fucking kidding me?
Like a tall
It
can
looked
of
like a
Red Bull.
police baton in his fucking shorts.
The fuck is this? It's my dick, bro. My dick.
That guy probably doesn't have to work a day in his life.
Oh, boy.
Or his dating life could be really hard too.
I don't believe that.
You never know,
am I
man.
right?
There's a lot of girls I've been with where like,
Porn's ruined me then.
yeah, probably. 'cause-
Yeah, it's not a super.
No.
It's not an accurate depiction of the average person.
no, 'cause
Everybody has a baby
A lot
arm.
of women are like, they don't want that.
That's what they say.
Until they get it.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it only takes 3.5 inches to please
they
most
say
of them.
4. They say 4.
I mean, 3.5.
3
is,
and 7/5.
No,
three
three
and 3/4.
Measure a credit card. It's 3.5 inches. That's exactly how long it is. I'm sorry. That was a bad one. But
Yeah. If that hurt your feelings, too bad.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Yeah.
there's
Too bad.
there's people listening that understand that
yeah,
Feel free to
wholeheartedly.
comment on that.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear a story.
Unsubscribe from us because it probably won't hurt us.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
wait a
hey,
minute. No.
hey, we're at
Yeah.
32. Okay.
Yeah,
Are we at 32 now?
We got 32 subs, man.
I thought we came back and we didn't even have this fucking anymore. David's like, we have fucking disbanded due to views, and I gave him one of these fucking emojis.
I think it's hilarious that we refer to them as subs while sitting in a sex dungeon.
Yeah.
It gives it kind of a nice little double entendre.
There you go. It's the whole reason for it.
Speaking of, I see the panda is winking a little extra spicy today.
Yes, he's actually very happy that we're back.
Yeah.
So,
I think his smile grew.
the fact that we weren't here for, a week, it made him a little lonely.
I tried to show Christina that the last time she was in here. We were over, and she was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck am I looking at?" I'm like, you don't see the fucking smiling panda? She's
You don't
like,
see the face.
It kind of looks like it's special, like its face is drooping. I'm like, it's winking at you.
Yeah.
Kind of
Exactly.
like that scene.
She kind of saw it, but
Yeah.
Kind of like that scene in Ted where he's like, "Well, you put me back together wrong.
yeah.
I'm a little fucked up."
No, Thanksgiving was good. No crazy Black Friday stories.
Yeah.
I was in Salt Lake. It was a city. I was with family.
Nobody got trampled to death for a Tickle Me Elmo.
I wish I would have seen that.
That would have been epic, actually. Should have got some video.
Furby days.
It would have made a great TikTok. In this day and age, you would have probably got like 30 million views.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
that's all we need to get this going.
Oh,
You would have got an Emmy and a visit from Miley Cyrus.
She would have came in like a wrecking ball, bro.
She only wanted to take down your wall stare.
Yeah.
Dude, I've said it once and I'm going to say it again. I saw another fucking video of Britney Spears on TMZ. And I am so disappointed I whacked off to that girl when I was fucking younger. Like, it's just getting worse. And it's like, that was like, I remember her in that little fucking red suit and whatever fucking music video she did. God damn, I fucking beat it till my dick looked like a Bahama mama.
Beat it like it owed you money. Yeah.
Now it's like, ooh, fuck.
That was, let's see here, the red. That was Oops, I Did It Again. Because
man.
she wore it in that with the little schoolgirl outfit, too, I think.
Do you remember around then? And then Christina Aguilera came out with that fucking boxing video. Like, they were both like, it was like, oh, fuck, man.
And
I had
then,
so much fucking time on my hands.
And then you had Britney Spears' Toxic. That was...
I didn't...
That was a good video, too. Just saying.
That was pretty good.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Song, I don't know. The video, though.
The video was good.
I don't remember much of the song.
They were way better on mute, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Don't really remember much of the lyrics on that one.
It's like one of those reels you look at and it pauses and it says, now what kind of cat was on the counter? And you're like, oh, there was a cat?
Yeah. I rewind it. Let me see the cat.
Yeah.
So was Kevin Federline her demise? The downfall?
No, it was just the music industry.
Yeah.
No, you know what I think it was? Kevin Fed was just
No.
the rebound from Justin
No.
Timberlake. I think Justin Timberlake
No,
fucking ruined her.
It was purely the music industry.
Or her dad.
Poor thing.
Kevin Federline.
I mean, her dad was a controlling guy.
Look at most of the people in the music industry that are from the industry.
I think
Do
she
you
got
think
Michael
her dad?
Jackson.
Do you think her dad touched her chocolate starfish?
And the hot dog flavored water?
Yeah.
No, that's what he left behind.
You know, I had
hot
no
dog
idea
flavored
when I was
water.
like 10 years old listening to that CD. I'm like, why the fuck did they name it this? But it's a
I don't
pretty
care.
cool
It's
name.
a damn
but-
good album.
Oh, man. Here
I
we
don't
go
care.
again. Here we go.
Hey, man. Fucking no.
David just pulled his red hat out and put it backwards.
He made sure to get it down over his eyebrows.
That was fucking MAGA before it was MAGA, bro.
Dude, can I tell you, though, like, for real, like, Limp Bizkit's still fucking doing it in Europe, though?
Yep.
Like, they're going hard.
They're still
dude.
on tour. They're still doing their thing.
Hard. I heard, I'm actually kind of excited, so I heard Post Malone and Jelly Roll are doing a show
Okay.
and going on tour next year. That might be a pretty good tour.
That'd be interesting.
So selfishly, the
know-
kid's birthday's 2 days after Christmas, so we're looking at concert tickets, but it's kind of in a selfish way because Disturbed is coming in March, but just for floor tickets for like 3 of them are like
Disturbed
$500.
I know Stained just announced they're going on tour.
Did they?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
but Disturbed,
that would I've seen Disturbed.
so they're
live.
coming in
That's-
March, man, in Portland. Like that would be fucking dope.
They put on a fantastic show.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
It's a good show if you're going to go see Disturbed.
So you think it's worth it?
Oh, you
$400 or
won't-
$500 on
Yeah.
the floor?
Phew.
That's for 3 tickets.
Phew.
Yeah, dude, it's like almost $500 for the floor tickets.
God, what happened to concert ticket prices?
Nosebleeds are like $250, $300. My kid's gonna love it. I'd be pissed if I was in nosebleeds.
God damn. I remember back when you can go to a concert for like 30, 40
Bro,
bucks.
bro.
You can get on the floor for 50, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, here's the real news when it comes to concerts. October 31st through November 4th, 2025.
Slipknot?
No.
Weird Al Yankovic.
No, hang on. This is a cruise from Miami, Florida to Cozumel, Mexico,
Oh boy.
called the Headbangers Boat.
Okay.
This features bands like Fear Factory, Black Dahlia Murder, Crowbar, Brat, Clutch, Lamb of God headlining.
What?
I've only heard
Yes.
2 of those bands.
On a cruise.
Yes, from Florida to Cozumel. Headbangers Boat. I was talking.
Clutch, they had their like little one hit wonder, you know.
I know the Black Dahlia.
I forget how the course went, but it was a sequence of numbers.
Book your cabin for as low as
Bitcoin numbers.
$100 per person.
You sitting in the fucking, what was it, Jack Dawson from Titanic?
Oh, I don't know.
You'd be in the Leonardo DiCaprio section
Yeah.
of that ship for $100.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's your room, not like the seat at the venue
No.
on the boat, but yeah, it's going to be like a broom closet.
so how much
Gotta
are these
suck for the
tickets?
bandmates though, because they got to be on that cruise the whole time too. They're going to do their show and just
There's also going to be stand-up comedy, and there's going to be the Mark Morton Band, which is a tribute to Leonard Skinner. So there's a little bit of different stuff, a little something for everybody.
Okay.
A band called Obituary. Devil Driver's going to be there.
So a bunch of people you don't know.
Well,
I don't know half these people.
I know Devil Driver and Clutch, Lamb of God,
Yeah.
Black Dahlia Murder,
Yeah.
Fear Factory.
Those are the three names that I knew.
I knew Black Dahlia and Lamb of God.
But I'm that metalhead guy. And I've seen Lamb
How
of
much
God.
are tickets to this thing?
Oh, that's
It's not tickets. You're on a cruise,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
You're on
but
a boat.
you pay to get on the fucking cruise, bro.
Yeah, but
There's
you're
a
on a
ticket to
boat.
get on the fucking boat.
You're on a boat.
So you have a boarding pass.
I'm on a
ticket,
boat.
Ticket, boats, and hose.
I'm on
Okay.
a boat
They're fucking expensive, I bet.
So you're
with my
looking at
flippy fucking floppies.
You wear flippy flops in between your toes?
Flippy floppies.
Oh, man.
the cheapest
I'm
ticket.
I'm on a boat wearing my
Birkenstocks.
flippy floppies.
Cheapest ticket I see on here is $11.75 for the interior.
$11.75.
If you want an ocean view with a porthole, you're paying $1,300 for a 3 guests per person. So the more people you bring on, they'll cut you a break, right?
But I bet you get to
give you
meet
a
the
group
bands while you're on the boat,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
sure-
Where else are they going to go?
right?
You're gonna be sitting at the bar. You're gonna be at the bar too. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
In the hot tub with them.
hey, what's up?
See the fart bubble coming
Oh.
up?
Man, I saw you guys back in '95. It was a great show.
Well, they're doing quite a bit these days, right? And so you have
It's a cool way to do it, though. I mean, you never hear something. I mean,
no, I thought that
something
was sick
that's
when
that's
I
pretty
saw it.
unique.
I was talking to one of our buddies at work, and you guys know who I'm talking about, our resident Marine.
Yeah.
And he was like, that looks badass. I'm like, yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
would be fun as shit, except for the fact that you land in Mexico.
Well, I don't.
Nothing
I've
against
never-
Mexico, but
You
at
get
least,
so much coke before you go on.
but at least, like, given the current geopolitical scape of things, it'd be the last place I'd want to go right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to step off the boat too much. I just think it would be badass.
Pussies.
It kind of made me think of the Metalocalypse
yeah,
go into the water
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
They like you there. You just spend a lot of money on their coke. You're like fucking giant Godzilla to them in a way. Like fucking.
Well,
You might get caught in some crossfire, but
yeah, maybe.
they want you to spend money.
Oh, of course they do.
Cartels don't want to take out white people going to Mexico.
Oh no, they don't want to take you out. They're just going to take you and demand ransom.
I mean,
No one would
it's
take
all,
me.
It's all for
demand
money.
ransom.
You know,
Right.
it's all about the dollar bill, y'all.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Just saying.
Maybe.
Wonder how Pete is doing in jail right now.
Oh, it's great. He got denied bail for a third time. That was about a week ago now.
Was it?
Yeah, it was during our break.
Oh.
Yeah, he went and appealed for bail one more time, and they denied him because he's basically a danger to society.
Do you think he's got his own Vaseline brand on commissary now?
Well, if he gets out of this, he's going to have one. He'll have his own deal. But seeing that they denied him for a third time, yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Unless his dad was the president, I don't think he'd get pardoned.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, no, it's kind of nice when you know people in high places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like very high places.
Yeah.
Trump's not going to pardon.
Especially
that. There's no way.
after he like said multiple times over like the last couple of years when it was all going on, I will never pardon my son.
what a
I will let the
fucking-
law take its course the way it needs to be taken. Da da da, and then
At some point, I
I
get
don't
it.
know.
If,
Now he's pardoning.
having my son in that position, would I pardon him? Yeah. But at the same time, is it right? Fuck no.
No.
Like, it's so fucking morally wrong on a lot of different levels.
oh yeah.
Like, I'm surprised it hasn't been called out
But-
more, or shit hasn't been hitting the fan more about it, but
There's
There's just nothing you can do about it.
there was
That's
a
the
meme.
problem.
there has to be something you can do about it.
There was a meme that I saved to my phone in regards to what we're talking about, actually, and I don't know, it kind of encapsulated a little bit of what we were talking about just now.
While you're looking
Let
for
me
that,
pull that up. Oh, don't worry, it's already up on my phone. Dude, come
David's
on
got
now.
his fucking
David's
top 10
ready.
memes at like a fucking finger slide.
It's.
He's got a folder.
I just have my shit on tap at all times, man.
I actually have a folder in my phone in my photo gallery labeled "Book
Yeah.
of Memes."
Yeah. So, in this meme here, it's actually not even a meme. It's just, it's like a little 3-paragraph little thing here. saying that Hunter Biden is kind of a legend. This isn't to say he's a good person. Seriously, though, I've never seen a human being go so hard in my life and still be like, yeah, got a problem.
Yeah, no kidding.
President's son just smokes rock all day, bangs strippers, violates federal gun laws, super based, drives 6,000 miles per hour with a crack pipe hanging out of his mouth, understands OPSEC and completely disregards it with a laptop. The best thing about him is that he films everything. About to get him in a crime? Let me get my camera. It's really quite amazing to watch. Admittedly, in the midst of this political apocalypse, he has certainly proved a most entertaining jester. He's legitimately the degenerate umbersmensch.
Dude, there's one thing that I want to see, though. Him and Charlie Sheen in the same room.
Oh, dude.
Who could take the biggest crack hit?
Oh my!
That's a lot of winning in one room.
Bro,
Holy
That's a lot of
shit,
winning
dude.
in one room.
You may have just described the archangels opening the seventh seal and beginning the apocalypse.
You know, I was just about to say that it may actually like make a rift in the space-time continuum,
Dude.
and we may actually find a parallel universe.
and like the amount of strippers they both have, like they would have their own cheerleading squad while they were doing fucking 14-gram rails. Like, come on.
Who's the first person you see when you walk through that rift, David? I already have an answer, but
I'm hoping I see me, and I hope it's a good version.
I see Lemmy.
it sounds like it's coming from Crackland. So
I see Lemmy
well,
from
then.
you see
Motorhead.
Lemmy?
Motorhead.
I was thinking Whitney Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
No, what was
White
her
nose and all?
what was her husband's name?
Bobby Brown.
That's who
Yeah.
you see.
Yeah. Smacking the shit out her.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. What a shit show that was. And that was
Michael
terrible.
Jackson's like, hey there.
Whitney Houston was like that woman was super talented. That was actually really sad. But
It
yeah.
actually is because he got her totally hooked on it and fucking ruined her life.
The best interview is like when she was fucking blatantly high though, and she's like, crack is whack.
Yeah.
I can afford much better and cooler designer drugs. She said that than crack. And,
Yeah.
and she's, twitching the whole time.
Yeah.
You could just tell. Anybody who's been high or seen high people, you could just tell from a distance.
You know what's up.
Yeah.
Oh man, crack makes you feel like the Incredible Hulk.
I
It
wouldn't
makes
know.
you feel like you're doing things really fast, but you're not.
See, I know my limitations. I know if I did something like that, I'd probably go pretty ham.
Oh yeah.
Well, and you missed the good
So-
old days already. So
Yeah.
Well,
now
it's all laced with fentanyl and shit now,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter
yeah.
anyways.
Can't trust any of that shit.
No,
now.
no.
fucking lithium, all kinds of shit.
I'll take some lithium. Why not?
Well,
Give me a good night's sleep. Just saying.
no,
No.
it doesn't.
For me, at least. Who
It's
knows?
really bad.
Oh,
it's
all right.
terrible.
Well,
My father was on lithium for a bit for bipolar disorder, and not for a bit, for years, and it did not help him in any way, shape. Or
I know what
form.
worked really well was Haldol.
Yeah,
That was it was in my line of work. It was a combination of Haldol and Ativan.
oh sure.
You know what
'Cause it
really
calms
helps?
him down.
You throw
the
those two
Ativan.
together, drop it in someone's butt. Ooh, not like in their butt, but
Yeah, you
right?
know.
oh yeah, nice little butt stick, dude.
Subcutaneous shot.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it was over.
You know what I think people need to try a little bit more?
You're drooling,
I'm not drooling.
not you.
The person with the Ativan in
I
their
mean,
ass.
it wouldn't be the first time I've seen
I was
you
hit with
drool.
some Ativan once because yeah.
Just microdose some mushrooms, man.
Yeah, I hear that's the new thing.
That all depends on who you are locked in your mind.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I met somebody that microdosed, and I always just thought they were they just looked like they were strung out all the fucking time.
So,
I think maybe they were a little excessive on the microdose,
Or they lied to you and they were strung out.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that too.
I just
know.
got some pink buffaloes
Okay.
that originated from India in the 1970s. That were, I guess, somebody I know like can grow some mushrooms, man. And they got like this little, like I guess these little online things you go to. You can buy like the actual like
Spores.
Yeah, the spores, and like so they sent them these spores, and they're like, we don't know if these are going to work. Try them out.
Yeah.
We know how much you grow. We know how much you order from us. So the person that did it, man, and he's like, I have no idea why they're called these. They're called pink buffaloes. They're originated from India in the 1970s. But he's like, I don't know if the person just got really high and saw a pink buffalo.
Were
But,
they pink?
No, but I'm going to tell you they're the sweetest mushroom I've ever tasted in my life. Like how most mushrooms are like bitter and the
Yeah.
aftertaste. Like I had these pieces still in my teeth, and like it was not bad. Like it
You
was
were
like
actually like, oh, cool. Found out that'll be. Okay.
Yeah.
Versus,
Yeah.
ah, shit.
Yeah, it
Let
was
me get
it
that
was
out.
really. But the weird thing about them is that, like they're almost black. Like I may have some. I may take some pictures and show them to you guys. But
Okay.
You know, my question
down.
is how are your shits the next day? Because my God,
I don't know. I don't look
I can
past
clear
the
rooms. When I did mushrooms, man, I could fart, and I would
bad.
clear out a whole single-story house with a fart on
I
mushrooms.
may have stumbled upon 2 ounces for my spaghetti while I was on vacation.
Talk about a hero
2 ounces
dose.
of mushrooms in your spaghetti.
Hero
No,
dose.
that's what I was just gonna say. If I got caught with them, like, why do you have all these? I was realized to put in my spaghetti, man.
My pescetti.
I bring mushrooms with me on vacation.
My wacky spaghetti, bruh. You want to come have some wacky spaghetti?
You ever seen that movie Detroit Rock City?
Oh, one of the
very,
best fucking
very long
movies
time,
in the world.
but yes.
God, that fucking movie's hilarious.
That is a great movie.
They
Any
throw
Kiss
the-
fan in the world should fucking watch that movie.
They throw the mushrooms on the priest pizza.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's like, "How was a stale mushroom?" And then he's out there chasing fairies and whatever else. A few minutes later.
Oh man, it's been so long since I've gone off the beaten path. I'll put it that way. Many, many years.
It's about time.
I want to say the last time was probably around 07, anywhere between 07 and 2009.
I bet $5 right
around
now
there.
that if you get David high on mushrooms, he shoots an elk, cuts it open, and climbs inside his body like that scene on Star Wars on Hoth.
Don't make fun of fucking what Han Solo did for Luke Skywalker.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
not making fun of it. I'm
he
just
fucking
saying.
saved his life,
Saved
bro.
his life.
I'm just saying you would recreate it. That's all.
I think David do a lot of weird shit on mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to go down that realm again, David, just let me know.
The big thing I do,
I may know a
when
doctor that has these.
when I have to, since I pick my cuticles really bad. That was the thing I had to do is I would have to take Band-Aids and put them over my thumbs
Yeah.
before, because I would sit there without even realizing it, and I would pick my cuticles raw.
I just thought
without
of
even
something so
realizing
awesome.
it.
Give you an eighth of mushrooms and Edward 40 hands at the same fucking
Oh
time.
my God, that would be a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's a thing about crossfading, but I wouldn't cross that. No.
No.
No, that
You're not-
stays pure. You stay pure on that trip.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to mix alcohol with psilocybin, anyways. It
I mean,
has adverse effects.
I will smoke a shitload of THC while I'm on psilocybin, though.
Well, that's different.
I
right?
mean, I did that a couple times. It was all right, but
They're both
I just go
psychoactive.
for the purity of it. People didn't do that, and they didn't cross anything back in the days, so might as well try and stick to that myself.
I mean, yeah, when you were
But-
young, but then when you hit young adult, then you're like, let's see how much will kill me, and we'll back it off just a hair.
Do you remember the movie Idiocracy?
Love that documentary?
Yes and no.
It's a beautiful movie. Really beautiful. I will tell you right now, it is by far, at least for me in my experience, it is the funniest movie to watch when you are tripping balls on mushrooms.
Oh, I'm sure.
I watched it sober, I've watched it drunk, high, and on mushrooms. And I felt like I had a complete full ab workout the next morning when I woke
I'm
up after
sure.
watching Idiocracy on mushrooms.
I'm more of
from
like
top
a-
to bottom. Like I felt like I had a full on 6-pack underneath that little.
Alice in Wonderland. Some
yeah.
Aesop Rocky's music videos all make sense.
Pink Floyd's The Wall,
Yeah.
of course, for us.
I'm not going to really be
old-timers.
watching a lot of movies, though, while I'm tripping. I mean, I did get stuck one time in this where I would stared at a picture of Jesus for 5 hours.
Ooh.
And this picture of Jesus, went older and younger and older and younger. And then I looked up and there was, an old school chandelier above my head. And then I got crippling froze on the ground for, 3 hours.
That's never a good thing.
No.
The inside of an acoustic guitar for me.
Really?
Yeah,
I just
for-
like-
Okay.
I don't even know how. To this day, I couldn't tell you how long.
Huh.
It could have been 5 seconds. It could have been 5 hours. I was on such a trip that, I only remember the visions. I had no concept of time or even where I was outside of that at the
I
time.
remember at my buddy's house one time, I had eaten, I think it was an eighth and a half of shrooms. And it was a long trip for some reason. Don't know fully why it was the kind of trip that it was. The The one time that I was, it was about an eighth and a half of shrooms that I took, and for whatever reason, I mean, it was like the longest trip that I had ever had, and I've eaten eighths of shrooms before, but whatever, maybe it was the extra little half that I had, I don't know.
Oh, definitely.
But I swear to God, I don't care what anybody says, cats are creepy animals. They know more into your soul than, say, a dog ever would. Because that night, that cat knew I was on fucking shrooms, man.
Everybody knew you're on shrooms.
No, I mean, we all were inside the house, but that cat specifically fucked with me the entire time that I was tripping. Like, to one point where the cat was on the armrest of the couch looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and then I look over at my buddy. I'm like, dude, you see what fucking cat's doing, man? And he's like laughing his ass off the whole time looking at his cat. And as soon as I go to turn around and look back at him, this cat literally pounces and fucking face huggers my face from Alien.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
This cat knew, man. I swear to God. And for all night long, the cat just did weird shit like that to me. It was,
So,
and I had been around that cat a lot. It had never fucked with me like that. But for whatever reason, that night was the night that cat was just like, you know what? I'm going to make you my bitch.
Yeah, so David got high on mushrooms and sucked off a cat, apparently.
He did not.
Besides chocolate starfish.
No. No, it was more like his little rib cage like hit me right in my mouth right here.
I mean,
still, just the fact that cat, we stared at each other for, like, we had a little moment staring at each other. And then to go turn back and look at my buddy and be like, dude, what the fuck's up with your cat, man? And then literally just turn my head and on my face.
So in adult age, like, I go into shrooms a little differently now.
Okay.
But I think, I don't know, man, and I don't mean to get all hippie and sound all weird, but now it's more like of a spiritual thing. Like, it's more of a...
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Awaken myself a couple times a year, and
I even thought about it that way when I was younger.
Yeah,
every time I woke up, even though you
feel different, man.
The shits were bad, the farts, whatever. But dude, mentally,
it's like a reprogramming almost.
Oh yeah, you felt so clear when you woke up the next day.
Maybe that's why they're trying it for all this. You know, like honestly,
PTSD and all that. Yeah.
If I could get in and I had money to invest right now, like that's what I would be investing to. Because you see all these.
This is not investing advice. This is just opinion.
No, this is my opinion. This is not investing advice. But I'm just saying, like, you see all these weed dispensaries and everything that have popped up, especially where we're from, all the income that they bring in. Mm-hmm. We all know in our state, psilocybin's legal.
Yep. Well, yeah.
It's getting there.
It's decriminalized.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
But if you could be ahead of the curve... Because it's going to be.
Sure.
And start something, like you're going to be a fucking multimillionaire.
Yeah, if you already know how to do it and you're able to get it on the market day one.
There's a lot of backdoor gray areas on the internet you can do. I remember I grew mushrooms for myself one time when I was still living in SoCal, but they wouldn't deliver to SoCal. My buddy was going into Nevada because he had a bunch of friends up. They shipped to Nevada, this place that would send you spores. Yep. And so I was like, hey, like, do you think your friends would be cool if I mailed this package and you bring it back? He's like, well, let me ask. Told me it was cool. And next thing you know, when he got back from his little vacation, I had a box of fucking spores sitting in my house.
Hell yeah.
Because they wouldn't deliver to California at the time, but they would I don't know if they delivered to Nevada anymore because laws and fucking everything's changed.
And it's ironic because Nevada was the state that would send you to like federal prison for like fucking 99 years for the smallest amount of weed.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was kind of cool. But now, dude, I get ads on Facebook now for, I don't know, like, what is it? Mushroom chocolate, which isn't even real mushroom because you can't advertise real psilocybin on the internet. So I don't know if it must be like...
It's different, like... Not magic mushrooms, but they're calling them like herbs and medicinal,
something.
And like
it's
supplemental stuff.
I'm guessing it's the spice of mushrooms is what they're doing.
Well,
which I don't even know if I would even go with that because I tried spice once and I thought I was going to fucking die.
Yeah, that was stupid. I got a story about that.
Yeah, I gave myself my last rites on a couch in my house because I thought I was going to die that night. on that shit.
Yeah, that shit was terrible, and I'm glad it's not legal. I know they keep changing the formula and then spice, potpourri, fake weed,
but
whatever
now,
you want to call it.
Even besides the ads that I'm getting for mushroom chocolates, now I'm actually getting ads for total full on grow systems.
Yeah,
to grow your own mushrooms in your house, and obviously they're
grow some mushrooms.
Anytime they show you the grows that they're doing, it's all just standard, fair mushroom that you get out in the fucking woods. But they're advertising these, these whole grow fucking things, and I'm like, okay, that's actually not bad, because that's the hardest part about growing mushrooms is just keeping everything fucking as sterile as humanly possible during inoculation.
Oh, I'm sure.
If you do not get full complete sterilization, you can end up getting contaminated fucking cakes.
No, yeah, you gotta turn off like your air circulation in your house. You gotta turn off any furnaces, any air, like at least for a couple hours. You gotta have like bottles of alcohol spray. You gotta have gloves on. You gotta have a face mask on. You've got to have a hairnet on. Like the guy that I know that
you'll
does
know
this
if you fuck up, because you're gonna look at your cake and you're gonna be like, that's fucked. Throw that out. Oh, that one's fucked too. Throw that one out.
Well, not even that. You're going to ruin probably your whole batch, because it's not just a cake. You usually have it in a thing, and probably that whole thing is going to get infected.
Mine in separate jars.
Oh, okay.
So, like, at least me, the way I did it back in the day is you would get medical tape. Because medical tape, at least, it has, like, a one-way air barrier, basically, in a way. So the hard part was just keeping your syringe clean enough to go through jar to jar to jar to jar. The best way to do it was you had one syringe for each jar.
Yep. Yeah.
And do it that way. But if you like me, when I first started, I only had fucking 2 syringes. So I was like, okay, we'll do this half the.
Yeah, you didn't know to break it up.
Wipe it off, I'll hit it fucking with alcohol, And no, even then, I would say the first time I ever tried, about 3/4 of my cakes were all toast. Because of contamination.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I at least had a couple. Cool, personal use. That's all it's about, is just personal use.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, you have to be so.
I'm thinking about maybe
so sterile with it when you do that stuff.
I'm thinking about maybe doing a science experiment and trying it.
I've thought about just maybe hitting up one of these ads I keep getting on fucking Facebook and just seeing what their little grow whatever. I don't know if they call it. They're not
terrarium.
Yeah, they're basically, But it's pretty slick. At least some of the setups that I've seen that are at least being advertised versus some of the fucking jerry rigged fucking janky ass setups you had to do back in when I tried. When I was growing here and there for myself.
I mean, I believe in it.
Oh, 100%.
I may or may not have had a grow op going on in a house that I rented a little while ago in a different state when I first moved here. That was someone else doing it, but I was fascinated by it enough to see the whole process and see everything going, and
it's actually a really
it's not like the motherfuckers are making coca plants in your fucking house. Like mushrooms are very.
It's a really cool, fun process.
It is
like when you from sterilizing all whatever your base is that you're using.
So this guy had
some people do rice, like a style of rice, dirt, whatever, doing the old school way of shit, whatever it is. I used vermiculite and brown rice flour, I think it was, and I did a mixture of that.
And a lot of people use
was my
what is it? Feed? No, not feed, but
feed.
I've never ventured into producing this in any time of way, but I have consumed it a few times, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. We just had our first real frost out here where we live, and apparently, after the first frost is when you should go out here.
No, they've already been grown. I've already picked a few.
They say that they grow in long grass, which is odd.
So where we're from,
probably more moist.
The main places,
most of the time, it's in shit or in
the beach
open
approach,
field, all that.
The beach approach where you're from, over there, where a lot of the homeless people hang out in those dunes. That's where you find them. Fort Stevens. A lot of people know about this already. So you find under the bark and everything, like all throughout there. So where we live, has the most natural reoccurring psilocybin that grows in the world.
Yeah, and
So-
it's apparently the most potent in the country.
Which it's a double-edged sword, because if you come to our area and you pick and you get caught, you get hit with a manslaughter charge. I don't know how effective or how much they could hold that charge up, but it's basically they made that charge to make people so they didn't come down here and pick, right?
I thought it was attempted murder.
No, it's fucking
I
manslaughter.
thought that
man.
was just for
I thought it was attempted murder back in the day.
So back in the day, that's what I thought too. But like a couple old heads told me that it was, I don't know how true it is, but they said it was a manslaughter charge. And like, if you got any cops come up on you while you're picking, or do you just drop them and don't say anything? But
so the road here, not this
Yeah.
road here, but the road next down that you'll occasionally, I would walk the dog down that way sometimes at nighttime.
Well, this
And
area,
you
see people with flashlights in the.
flashlights, you would see cops roll down through there every once in a while
that's
just to
exactly-
see if there's a car parked in there.
So any of those beach dunes or anything like that, that's where
Yeah.
they all grow.
Yeah.
well, and these in this area are so potent and popular that they were given nicknames.
Azarescence. They're called azarescence is the technical name for when they grow.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there are street nicknames that involve our locality for these because of the potency.
Yeah.
No.
So
They're some of the strongest you'll have.
Yep. I've been
And don't pick the wrong ones, because if you go out and pick the wrong ones, you're going to be in a fucking world of hurt.
a lot of those, just touching them, the skin contact will cause you problems.
Yeah.
So
No,
where
there's-
we're from, there is the most reoccurring psilocybin, but also where we're from is the most natural poisonous things that grow here.
Dude,
like
you go
can
back
die.
You go back in the woods back behind my house here. There's so many different species of mushrooms that are growing throughout at any given day. From you see the ones that look like death caps, some that look like they don't even belong on Earth, and then I'm going to say they're probably fake chanterelles, not real ones.
Yeah.
More than likely. But I mean, you go back there and it's like this time of year right now, there's probably so many different species.
The ones
you would
I
see.
like to say too to people is, Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah,
The red
mascaras.
one with the
Yeah,
white
the
on
mascara
top.
Those will grow back here behind my house and
Oh,
stuff
those are
all
some
the
of the
time.
most deadliest fucking.
But those are very popular. I had a buddy of mine that ate one time and told me it was not a very good experience.
No, so I'm not. I don't know. Those ones might
my-
be psilocybin.
Yeah, my understanding is it's more of
I'm talking about
it's
the
a
ones.
refinement to get that one to do what it needs to do, like a boiling or like a making a tea out of it kind
So
of thing.
the one I'm talking about are like they're like red with
Yeah.
white dots. These
Yeah.
ones are poisonous as fuck. If you eat them, you will die.
No, you're talking to the mascara.
No.
Which is the Super Mario style. It's little fucking red mushroom with all the white spots
Yeah.
on it. Yeah. So I had a buddy who fucking ate one. Didn't have a good experience at all. It was it hurt us. Whatever.
Yeah.
But my understanding to it is it's more of one of those that you have to refine it. It's kind of like with weed. You have to burn it to get the THC out of it. Versus, you have to like heat it in some fashion or another to.
You can eat it and get the
Release.
THC.
I've
out of it.
heard
Okay.
of people smoking mushrooms in bongs.
Yeah, but so
Dry
that particular
That'd be
mushroom,
fucking cool.
my understanding is that particular mushroom, you have to basically refine it in a way to gain whatever the effect is. As I was told, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there in the internet world that is listening to us this far into the podcast, but my understanding is you have to like boil it, make it like a tea out of it, that kind of thing, to gain whatever the hallucinogenic or whatever mind-altering effect of that particular mushroom.
Imagine the first person that ate some fucking
dude.
psychedelic mushrooms and just
Dude.
picked them and ate them and like was sitting there and was
Not
like,
only-
"What the fuck,
Not
man?"
just psychedelic, but just think about the guy that like ate a death cap and fucking keeled over, and they're like, "Oh, ooh, let's try that one. Let's see what that one does."
Oh boy, there was a method to all that.
Yeah,
If you look into the history, written history, anyway,
it was always
you-
just a small amount just to see what would happen.
Just
to
wrap
him.
your head around it though. Like, you're the first person to trip on mushrooms, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's been an
no one
experience.
else is. You've never heard these stories. You've never heard of these fairy tales. You're hungry. You probably find these mushrooms. You eat them. You feel a little bit full, and for the next like 2 to 8 hours, you're tripping fucking balls in the middle of a field somewhere, not knowing what the fuck you're doing.
right.
That'd be crazy. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is those people in some cultures it was like shaman or like mystic kind of people. In other cultures,
gods,
it was scientists, wizards, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And they would eat just a very small amount. They would do a thorough examination, and they had wisdom passed to them from, times before written history.
Yeah, but imagine the first fucker that just took them not knowing what they were.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the one
gonads.
that...
Oh, man.
The gonads on that
He's
person.
the one that passed down the knowledge to everybody else after that. It was a very sacred tradition. I mean, not everybody, like in a lot of villages and stuff, when it came to like ayahuasca and all those kinds of things, not everyone can do it. You had to be trained in it.
Well, you had to be worthy of it.
That too.
Yeah.
You had to be worthy of it, but you were trained into it as well.
I would have been an ayahuasca warrior.
Well, but the process of doing those things, because we're talking about a time where we were still really discovering science and understanding nature in what eventually evolved into the modern way. And those people would eat just like the smallest amount after a thorough examination, and they'd chew on it forever, look for signs like numbing of appendages or burning of appendages in your lips and stuff. And
that's the crazy part, is say like ayahuasca, for instance, how they even came, because it's not like you're just picking up one plant or something and doing it.
Yeah.
No, it's a very specific part of a tree and a very specific part of a leaf in a very specific combination in order to make the effect.
Well, look at like DMT and stuff too. There's plant derived and animal derived, and who figured out how, like, I want to know who figured out that it was in a specific frog species skin and you could ingest it. And it, like, who was like, I'm going to eat this frog.
Thank you to this person.
I'm hungry. I'm going to eat this frog. I'm going to lick this frog's ass right now.
Yes. You look delicious.
That frog
probably
is
is what
sexy.
happened is he was
Eating the
so
butt.
hungry. He was so hungry out in that fucking jungle.
Imagine how
And
many
he saw that frog and he leapt on it and he went, that was a bad idea.
Imagine how many drugs we don't know of yet.
Oh, there's probably plenty. Or at least different.
I'm going to be fucking walking around licking everything.
I wouldn't even say drugs. I wouldn't even say drugs. I would just say mind altering states.
Well, look at like crystal meth was like a Hitler thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was to build super soldiers.
Yeah.
That was definitely a World War II invented thing by a particular regime.
My kids showed me that there was actually, so I didn't know this up until a little bit ago, that there was actually different levels of methamphetamine given to different people. So depending if you were frontline or where you were at or like what you were doing, like
your frontline, you got it all.
Oh man,
you got it all of it. You got to take as much as you wanted to take on the front line. And believe it or not, even present day soldiers still get that kind of thing. Now, I don't know if it's meth, but I've listened to a lot of podcasts lately with some, ex special forces guys, whatnots, and there's one that would always say, there was a story that he would talk about where he knew he was getting spiked because he had to stay at this place that was with enemy because he was basically a solo guy.
Yeah.
They'd just say, all right, you need to go check this out and hopefully you come back kind of thing. And so he knew he was getting spiked. And so he said, yeah, I drink their tea, even though I know, but I'm not trying to I'm staying in this fucking house tonight. Like, I'm not trying to get fucked up. So obviously take that. And then I took my speed. And that's what he said. He's like, I took my speed right after and I was up all night.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least present day soldiers, they get some level of that.
There has to be.
There has to be, I would imagine, in their kits.
I'm sure it's not
just for a
pure
situation
raw
like
talent.
that, but
Yeah.
He took his Adderall.
yeah, and that's probably what it would have been, is Adderall, fucking Ritalin, something like that, and
Something quote unquote medically
and it was
approved.
probably the max dose that you can get on
Adderall
it.
is just as bad as meth, depending on the amount you take it in.
Well, and then
That's why I stopped taking Adderall.
Yeah.
I was on Adderall for a little bit, but it made me ashen. Like my face was very ashen, lips kind of were bluish, like it like tweaked me out, and so they put me on a different one, cleared me right out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was on Vyvanse for a while.
So And then you have on the other side of that LSD created by a different government
exactly.
for the same purpose.
Yeah. And that was just to control.
But that was a beautiful invention.
Yeah, and then they banned it when they realized, oh shit, it's opening people's minds and we can't control that.
Well, and they figured out it was a way better party drug than
no doubt,
mind control
no
serum.
doubt.
Yeah,
unfortunately. But then then they just got in with MK Ultra. If you don't know what MK Ultra is, go look into it, people.
Yeah,
and tell me that's not happening today.
Well,
tell me it's not happening today.
Yeah.
I don't care if they said that it got shut down in the 60s. Go fuck yourself if you think that's not happening today.
Go look it up.
Yeah. MK Mary King Ultra.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know if today's government has the capacity to do something like that anymore.
I mean, coronavirus is a pretty good test of that.
Well, you figure a lot of it got kind of exposed in a lot of ways when like the Twitter files came out and that the FBI was actively hitting up, say, Twitter and Facebook and all those kinds of things.
They're spying on you in your own home.
Well, not even just spying on you in your home, but to actually censor material and stuff like that and control the narrative.
Yeah.
That's what MK Ultra is all about. A lot of it started with news agencies and having your Walter Cronkites and stuff like that on the news. They would feed them certain things. They would relay it to, the masses. But that was back in a time when you only had, say, 4 channels to fucking see what the news was, So it was much, much easier. Now, in this day and age, you can't do it anymore because the amount of information that's out there, it counteracts whatever they're trying to do in a lot of ways. So but yet they double down on a lot of it because you see what still happens on certain legacy media outlets and stuff like that. And you're like, dude, that is so far from fucking reality. And I see right through it. I'm sorry, but change the script, change the game, whatever it is. But,
disinformation has been around for a fucking millennia, right? And it's not any different now, but it's ironic that the government scorns disinformation to the point of, quote unquote, litigating to make social media corporatized moderate disinformation because it's so dangerous, but they invented it and still use it to their advantage, and in some good ways because they do have to protect us from enemies, foreign and domestic, right? And they still do that, and
they do, but
they're not supposed to use it against their own people, and they do
all day, every day. Unfortunately, some people just are very naive and blind to that, and they just keep going about doing their thing. But everybody has their aha moment, and one day, somebody listening to this, who's listening right now, they're going to be like, God, those guys are so full of shit. One day, you're going to have your aha moment.
And you're going to like, subscribe, and share.
And that's when you will like...
and comment.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be a fucking pussy.
I always tell everyone, there's always an aha moment. To when you finally wake up to the bullshit that it is, and you see it for what it is, and then it ends up becoming, in a lot of ways, it's almost like scripted television. Once you kind of know how a script is laid out, whatnot, so forth, you kind of can see predictably how it's going to play out.
Like some Truman Show shit.
You see, you're like, oh, okay, this happened today in the news. Okay, we'll give it a couple days. I bet this is going to happen. So, and then boom, what do you know? About 3 days later, something very on the nose of what you were talking about happens.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate thing that we have to deal with in society now. But again, once you're kind of privy to what it is, it kind of becomes fun.
I think a lot of shit's going to happen in the next month or so.
Oh, it's going to be very interesting.
I mean, there's tons that happened just today with the execution of somebody high up in the healthcare system.
Yeah. And he was actually apparently hit with a suppressed weapon.
Well, of course they're going to give those kind of details because,
Yeah, but apparently the person that did it, they had a suppressed weapon when they did it.
Yeah, well...
So,
it was in Manhattan,
to me,
right?
that's not just some random act
Did it happen
that's
in
taking
Manhattan?
place. It was in the New York area, as my understanding.
I think it was Manhattan that
I
happened.
imagine that I wonder if a suppressor is even legal in New York.
I don't
That's a
know.
very
that's a no.
state.
Yeah, I know. And that's kind of makes it interesting.
That's a no.
to me.
I don't even think you can buy a tax stamp on that to get one.
That's more to me that's a hit than it is just a random...
Oh, yeah, that was not a random act of violence.
But it was pretty publicized, too.
Well, but also, let's think about it this way, fellas. There's disinformation, too.
Yep.
Who even knows what's real anymore?
Yeah, and granted, I mean, he may run a particular company that people don't agree with because there were massive denials of people's health care coverage, whatever. But no one needs to be gunned down like a fucking dog.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think.
I'm sorry.
I don't think.
At the end of the day, it's a job that he's doing, right? And he's still a human being.
That's all it is.
He's a human that goes to work, and
Yeah.
and he might have to do some stuff that's going to piss some people off.
Now
But
there's
I think
probably-
we all do that at work too.
Probably has a family now that
Yeah.
no longer is going to, like, kids aren't going to
family's
have his
mourning
fucking
right
dad
now.
anymore. You know?
Maybe he was about to blow the whistle on some shit.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Hey, using a suppressor, you never know.
Yeah.
Could have been something like that.
Well,
Probably
David,
was.
where can you find boardroom banter?
Oh, God. Boardroom banter? You mean like this podcast?
Yes.
Oh, this podcast, Boardroom Banter, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Rumble. Oh, good old Rumble.
Yeah.
Rumble.
When are you gonna find brand new, fresh drops from boardroom banter?
A fresh drop? Well, it depends. I mean, we got the are we going to be here for the holidays?
I'm going to be here for the holidays.
Yeah. I think we may have a special.
Are you going to be here for
episode.
fucking Christmas?
I mean, yeah. I don't
just
think
said
we're
the
going
C
anywhere.
word out
but
loud. I
don't
just said,
know.
"Oh man, I'm
C word.
a dirty boy." I said
Dirty
the
boy.
C word out loud.
I don't know if I'm going to be here or if we're heading back home to visit family, but I do know that we have a special Christmas episode in the works.
Oh, all right. I like the sound of that.
It sounds like we had some pretty good responses to what was in our vault, and I would like to release a little bit more of that to our board members.
Okay, I'm down
Just
with
a
that.
little bit, though.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to have our recording to go with it.
I'm sure the 32 board members will appreciate it.
Yes.
Which, hopefully that number will grow. The only way it's going to grow is with everybody's support.
Yes.
Give us a topic to talk about.
Ooh,
you don't
I like
like
that.
us to talk about something, or if you don't like what we have to hear, like
No. They're
fuck
gonna
you.
they're gonna like
unsubscribe.
it. But hey,
No, I'm just saying if they don't like it,
They can-
tell us something that they will like. I don't know.
Yeah. So obviously, we want your
this is our
comments.
show, not theirs.
Yeah,
They
I
may
know.
be a board member,
Motherfuckers.
but at the end of the day, we're the final
You
say.
need to tell your friends about us.
Ooh, I like that better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It only takes a moment.
It's the
Just-
giving season.
very
Indeed.
giving.
It's the giving season. Be like the
hey,
bell ringers
hey,
at Fred Meyer with the
like,
fucking
hey,
Salvation Army
hey,
thing.
I heard this great show. I don't know who the fuck they are, but it was a great show. You should hear them sometime. They go by Boardroom Banter. Boardroom Banter. Yeah, Boardroom Banter. But it's spelled B-O-R-E-D. Like they're fucking bored. And you know what? When you listen to them, they sound like they're fucking bored and they're in a room. Yes. Yes, we are.
Bantering.
Yep.
Yes.
Bantering.
Yes.
So we obviously would love to have your interaction. Feel free to comment. We will reply to the best of our ability. We're just average people here on the interwebs trying to figure
Oh,
stuff
I'm so
out.
above average.
we're
It's
more than
ridiculous. I'm way above average.
I'm way more than average.
Yeah,
I mean,
the more you try to convince me,
I
the
mean,
less
unless
I
my
believe
wife
you.
is lying to me.
according
100% lying to you.
See, your wife, my girlfriend says I'm slightly above average, so she's seen a lot of penises
Hey,
like you.
every millimeter.
Oh, I didn't know we
counts.
were talking about penis.
Oh,
Oh, my wife just thinks I'm fucking retarded.
oh,
Oh, I mean, like somebody that's slow.
Otherwise capable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've all seen those people in the locker rooms, though. And they got some fucking baby arms.
Oh, good God.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to probably call that a night. But hey, again, you will be able to find us every Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, without fail. We will see you next week. We love you.